Gemini, how you doing? I get so confused trying to channel your messages, trust me, because they are coming in thick and fast, and I really need to try and grasp what this is so I don't stop the camera and then start again. Okay, so because there's something of stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting. Something seems to be starting and then stopping and starting and stopping. It's probably relating to a Cancerian, okay, but so this is your Back to the Future reading for May. We look into your future predictions of channeled messages for you, and then we look into the part and things like that. We go over the channel messages for the tarot cards. But at the moment, I'm picking up feral or sterile or stellar or sterile. Or I'm also picking up feral. I'm picking up a feral cat. It's probably something to do with maybe Leo, but I'm picking up feral or I'm picking up sterile. Someone could be artificially inseminating or something, or procrastinating. I'm also picking up senile dementia, that someone could have dementia, because it seems like it's, I don't know why a Gemini, but I'm picking up like it's driving someone insane, and it's something to do with like a repetitive thing of something to do with like either sterile, that someone's sterile, or the name Stella or Sterile, okay, or Daryl. I'm picking up Daryl and Darren. Darren and Daryl, okay, and Daryl, abbreviation of Daryl, right? Like Aaron or something, like an Aaron. Like there's someone that runs a lot of errands, and they're doing a lot of errands, and I'm picking up like there's an impulsive behaviour of something that's like it's like repetitive, and it just seems to be like I have to do something, like cleaning and overdoing something seems to be. Gemini, you always give me a run for my money when it comes to channeling messages for you. Okay, so we're going to try to, but I definitely pick up feral or sterile. Okay, now it could also be relating to senile dementia. Okay, now I'm really not saying that everybody's going to have dementia, but there is something to do with like a dementor as well. Right, it's relating to a health condition and a health concern, right? That is to do with possible like losing a memory. Like there's a memory there, but I'm just trying not to connect with the memory because it seems like there's a dementor, like it's acting. Okay, Gemini, it's coming across as if someone's like acting like they have senile dementia, but someone possibly can't figure out whether they do, and that's why it's so difficult for me to connect with that energy, because I'm seeing like a lot of behaviour. Okay, like a lot of behaviour. You always give me a run for my money, Gemini. But okay, so we're going to go back to the actual what I wrote. Okay, so the first thing that came out was delay, underlaying. Something is underlaying, okay, like a carpet or something is under a carpet or something. An underlay, okay, which is approach, which is like a soft approach. So I'm definitely picking up Leo energy of approaching. It's like, well, we're approaching something and we're approaching it, but we're trying to approach it, brochure. Like we're trying to approach this brochure, which is like a house or a home or a holiday, and we're trying to approach this cautiously. So I'm picking up that there is a Leo energy around you that is trying to approach something. I'm also picking up like a brooch of sentimental value of someone that has a brooch and they wear it. But I'm definitely picking that up for a possible older person, because I don't know, do people wear brooches? I'm not sure, but brooches. I'm also hearing like cockroaches, like cockroach hotel or something, like there's a hotel or a motel, and I think that someone's thinking, I don't know why, because I'm picking up like this cleaning or something, like cleaning and like a hotel and all that kind of stuff, and being like organised and planned by someone, but I don't know why they're saying cockroach motel, because I'm picking up like blue suede shoes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm picking up like, I don't know, for an older couple, but I don't know why that's related to a cockroach motel. So I don't know. Okay, so the first thing I had was delay. So there's Pisces, there, which is delay, which is the hangman, and there is feral, which can also relate to Leo. Okay, so it's a cross comparison of that kind of thing. Now, I picked up Echo, like economics. Economics was a big channel messages for you guys. Was economics, home economics. Now, economics obviously is to do with like home, but it's also to do with transactions of money, of like working for economics. Okay, so like economical, being very economical, comical, also like comical, very comical, like Comic-Con. I'm picking up like Comic-Con as well. Comic-Con, which is a lot to do with like superheroes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure where that's coming through. That's, yeah, wow, I'm going really cold. Like Comic-Con for, what do you call it? Like The Walking Dead and all that kind of stuff. They're all at Comic-Con, right? So I'm not sure when that's coming up, but like superheroes and looking into visual arts and all that kind of stuff to do with maybe film scoring, which I do, you know, when I put together the music and then the videos, that's a lot to do with film scoring and actually scoring and making. I mean, you don't have to make your own, but it's very difficult to get videos out there, but you can make your own videos to do film scoring. Okay, so then you line up the music with the, because it's lying something up, like an underlay of a carpet, or lying something to rest, or putting someone to rest, or like underlay of carpet being laid down, because it's like I need to lay down, 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 or lay it down, or lay something completely on the ground that is kind of like, well, I'm just going to put all my terms and conditions right on the ground, and this is it, and this is my boundary, and that's that, because I'm going to have to lay this carpet. They're saying that this carpet is going to have to be laid. Okay, so I don't know why that is, because I'm picking up possible like I'm picking up like marks on someone's. We're not going to go down that road, Gemini, right? But I definitely picked up transfer of like wealth, which is a lot to do with economics, of like transferring money and accounts and accountant, or becoming an accountant, or transferring money and transactions of economics. So it's like a lot of equality of like giving a product out and getting it back, but I'm picking up like it's big, because I'd put again transactions, like a lot of transactions. Jackson, like Action Jackson. I'm picking up Jackson or Action or Jack or Jackie or Jacksons, but Jacksons. It's like Jacksons. Or okay, I'm definitely picking up like a Crohn's disease or Jackson. I mean, is there a disease for Jackson's disease? I'm not sure, but I'm picking up like a name of something, and it's like Crohn's disease. They're saying Crohn's, alone, like a loner. I'm home alone or something like that, and it's like Loan's disease, or like a loan. Like some of you are giving a loan, or you're seeking for a loan in order to buy a property of where there's going to be carpets laid and things like that, and in order to renovate and do things that we really want, then we're going to have to possibly give a loan to someone, and you might work in a bank or get a loan in order to lay something down, because it feels like a home and all that kind of thing, and things are being laid down. It keeps saying like underlay for carpets and things. Okay, I don't know, have you moved, Gemini? I don't know, but something's been moved, like it's moving, like, because I'm picking up Richard Pryor and moving, but again I'm picking up Jackson, the name Jackson, which was Action Jackson. So there seems to be a lot of action. So whatever it is, there's going to be loads of action. So however you're getting action, I've got no idea. But I'm definitely picking up the name Big Jackson, or Jack, or something to do with that. Okay, now I'm also picking up something to do with somebody's back, to do with health. Now they're also saying that someone's now back, wants to come back. Now, if you've had any kind of separation, someone wants to come back, and someone is going to come back. So I'm not sure. I don't know if that's I don't think that's a bad energy around you, Gemini. I'm feeling like someone wants back, like they want to come back, or they are coming back, and it's like they're coming back, and then they're coming back, and they're coming back, and I don't know why it seems to be providing someone with the service of what they want. Because it feels like, well, that's all the service I need, and that's all the service I want, and they're coming back, so we're going to do, because I feel like this repetitive cycle of like, well, we're just doing the same thing again, and it's like, well, we're just doing the same thing again, and it's like, okay, they're back, so okay, and then, because there seems to be like a lot of flavours or favours, they're saying flavours, like flavour of the month, like I don't know if it's to do with like products that are being sold for like liquids of things that like vape and stuff like that. I've actually started stopping smoking. Gemini, I bought myself a new vapor. But again, I'm picking up vax or vaccine or vaccination, but also Jacksination. I'm not sure where that's coming from. But I'm definitely picking up like flavours, colours and flavours and things like that, and mixing and matching and then selling and products value of like, it could be makeup. I'm picking up, makeup, because I'm picking up like someone wants to make up to break up. It's like, well, we just need to make up to break up. But then also I'm picking up actual makeup, that someone's doing it as a business to like buy and sell products of like makeup or liquids or something to do with that. Okay. And I'm picking up that there's going to be a lot of action, like there's going to be loads of this products, whatever it is that you're selling. It seems to be that people want it because it seems to be the flavour of the month. It's like, well, that's the flavour of the month, so we're all headed in this direction. So whatever you're selling, it feels like that people are going to want that for. Sorry, I'm getting interrupted. Something I can hear. But if you've got this idea that you are selling something, what the Spirit is saying is keep doing that, but you've got to start to sell it. If you're not selling this idea that you've got to start selling it, because it's time. It's saying that it's now action time. It's like go, because I'm picking up I had a Google. Well, that's an old one. I said how did that? I said a Google. Well, my brother used to love that. My brother got me into that song, and I can't for the life of me think who sang that one. But something go. It's like go. We've got the go ahead, and we're going. Some of you are physically like just sold everything, and you're like off, and you are physically moving, right? And you need to underlay the carpet, and I ain't got time to fix the windows. I ain't got time to fix the green doors, because I'm picking up the green door. Like this is like something to do with Comic-Con and like the ring and all that kind of thing. Like a marriage or the ring. I don't know why they're saying the ring, but like Comic-Con and Grandol and all that, like Randolph, I'll buy that for $1. Someone's going to snatch whatever this up is that you've got. They're going to snatch it up. Like, well, I'll buy that for $1. It doesn't have to be $1, but whatever the dollar is, it's looking at of converting like money. Like some of you, it's a plane ticket and a ticket to ride, and it's a plane ticket, and you're converting your money from dollars to pounds, or pounds to dollars, or euros, or whatever. Because there seems to be a lot of transactions that is to do with like money transacting, that's like worldwide stuff for people from different countries, where it's requiring dollars, pounds, figuring out all that ounces, weight, measures, and I'm picking up like liquids though, ounces and not ounces, but all that kind of like measurements to do with measuring things. Some of you, this is like physically measuring the distance between things because you want to get a load of stuff in somewhere, and you're like, oh, I just need to measure that up, and then because I'm picking up like sizing someone up, right? Sizing someone up, that someone's being sized. It's like, well, I just need to fit you on. Right, I just need to like fit this. Some of you, this is clothing and all that kind of stuff. Some of you, it's completely different. Some of you, it's clothing. Some of you, it's all what we've said. But it's like, I just need to fit you on this first, or put you on this. There's some kind of like pedestal type thing, right? And I just, because I'm putting someone on a pedestal, and it's like, well, I'm putting someone on a pedestal, and I deserve a lot of things. So all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go back, right, to the future a little bit, but I'm definitely picking up that they're saying the go ahead of all this product stuff. That if you've got an idea, is to go ahead on it, right? Is to really go ahead on it and put everything that you have into it, but take your time with it, but start selling it. Because if you're not selling, then it seems to be that you've got this really good idea and that you're really good at something, but you're just physically not selling it. Okay, so but because I'm picking up like, well, I'll buy that for $1, and this is the action month, and this is the action, and it's like you're the one that's sought after. So because I'm picking up like a sort, like licorice or sorts, or like flavours and food or something, right? Food flavouring and all this kind of thing, right? But whatever it is, it feels like you have the colour of the month, where there's a lot of like, wow, what is that? We need that. So whatever that is, if that's to do with like makeup and things, that you've got an idea of what I've said, they're saying that if you haven't, and you're a Gemini out there, that have got these ideas all down, but you're not putting them into action, what they're saying is that it's now action time of selling, right? So you're going to have a lot of demand of selling things, that it's because you've got this idea, you've either started to make something your own, right? Now, if we go back again to the future, but the past now, and we look at past readings of what was in April, we went over about finding something and making it old and new, and that must have related to either you as a sun sign Gemini, or your sun, moon, rising Venus or Jupiter, right? Or your partner. But again, there was a lot to do with making things old and new, like a table, for instance, and then putting this cloth on it, right? But I'm picking up people that do Beano, like Beano comics or something, and they find all of this old artifacts and they actually put it on a table and they make it their own and they sell it. Like, I don't know, anything from Comic-Con, and they have visual arts and crafts and visual arts, and they make things that are new or old into like a new thing, but it's generally still old, right? So it's relating a lot to like future, past kind of like energy of what they're saying, that it's a good idea to be going ahead on that, right? So that is back to the past of where we related to things that could have been happening with you guys in April. They're saying that if you found these items, like lost and found items, is to use those lost and found items to make it new, okay? Because I'm definitely hearing that you make me feel brand new. Something is like on a brand new horizon and on a dawn. Like it's Dawn Horizon, which was, well, it's a PlayStation 4 game. I haven't played that. I've got Xbox One. I still haven't played that either, really. But Dawn Horizon, like Event Horizon. Well, no, okay. Time and Space. Event Horizon was a horror film, okay, and it was a lot to do with a piece of paper. Pick up the pen. Timing, divine timing, and folding space into one, and then making it like a time loop, and it's something to do with like time. Is pretty much like this Back to the Future reading, right? But making time work by making a rift between it. So you're going between timelines and timelines and timelines. So you're going through a cycle, a woman's cycle as well, right? So you're going through this period of rebirth. So Scorpio is here now. There's a Scorpio here now, right? So, because I'm picking up right here, right now, right here, right now. Something is right here, right now for the taking, right? Which is takings. So we're taking in takings. So hopefully someone's not taking your takings, but what they're taking from you is what you have to offer. So if you're Geminis out there that have got something to offer to the public, now is the time and the go ahead to go on it. There's no more dithering about. You're going to have to now start to implement these changes, because they're saying that you are the flavour of the month, you are the colour of the month, and whatever it is that you're doing around colour and things like that is to go ahead. Sorry that there's a moth up there, and what do you know, it's attracting itself to a light which is up there. So there's something that's being attracted to your light, okay? So sometimes I have to shut that channel off, because the moment when I've been channeling a lot, that's why I've started to do longer readings, but when I'm channeling a lot, trust me, it calls in dementors and possible dementia, they are saying, around somebody, right? But it calls in dark energy. So whilst I'm channeling and that's open, trust me, I then find these energies that just seem to find me, that seem to hover around like a moth. And when that happens, people come out the closet. They do. There is something around gender as well, right? But something comes out the closet, because I'm picking up like clothes or coming out, right? But also people start to come out the closet, meaning that people that have hid away from the darkness, they start to show their true colours. Now, if you are conformed by a dark energy, through May, someone will start to show their true colours, and that repetitive pattern will happen again. So you'll have to wait for the dark side tarot reading, where we go over you versus them, to look at that again. But they are saying true colours shining through your true colors. And that's why I like you, 'cause don't be afraid. Let it... Oh, I haven't heard that one for a long time, right? So show your true colours, that's what they're saying. But when you show your true colours, someone's going to show theirs, and now Libra is here. There's now Libra in your energy of someone that is going to show their true colours. So they're going to come back for something, that they want something from you, of where you want something from them. So you're going to need something of equality, of showing one's true colours. Now, how you're going to find this out is by experiencing it, by going through that, because when you are out, okay, someone will show their true colours, meaning that you will then be able to make this judgment call or decision on yourself of something that you've gone through, where people will start to show their true colours. Some of you, it might hurt. That's what they're saying, that it might hurt, but it won't at the same time, because you already know. It's like they're saying that you already know this person that will show their true colours, and that when you come out and show your true colours, everybody else will show theirs too. It's a show and tell. So it's a lot to do with Libra energy, possible Pisces, Virgo, but more Libra energy, right? But they're saying a show and tell of like talking, not talking, talking, not talking, over talking, not wanting to listen, and all that kind of combative energy of like showing one's true colours by communication of hidden expression of feelings. Okay, so someone's going to show their true colours. So however that works out for you, Gemini, I've got absolutely no idea, guys, really, because you're going to all be on kind of different flavours, right? Because you are going to be the flavour of the month. That's what they're saying. Okay, I am picking it up. Auction. Oh, this. I mean, I can't read my own writing. My writing changes. This is why I'm dyslexic. But I don't use dyslexia as dyslexia. Trust me, I use it as a gift, which is where I can write something and it would change. And that's not dyslexia. That is visual art of changing and deciphering code of where it changes into something else, right? That's not dyslexia. That is deciphering code, right? Ciphering. So this action changed into autism for some reason, like autistic, or author, like an author, or autistic, because I'm trying to, because it did change. Something changed, like my writing seems to have changed. My writing skills seems to have changed. Writing skills or something of someone of a some of you, it could be a disability of writing skills, right? Because I'm picking up home economics, which at school, which was because you could work for a school or something, but like reading and writing skills of home economics was really teaching people about life, really, and how to live on oneself by doing electrics, carpet laying, all that kind of stuff, of being able to to be able to have life skills was more home economics, right? But then more advanced economics is a lot to do with how you would use all of your tools that you've learned spiritually to be able to give them over to form a action where you could look at transactions and accounts and things like that. So you could well be becoming an accountant for a school or something like that, where you are teaching people, but you are gaining some kind of like popularity of a flavour of something that somebody wants. Okay. So, but I did pick up on like some kind of illness around someone, where it could well be dementia, senile dementia. It could be autism or something like bipolar maybe, and it is trying to find something that calms it down, right? Because there's something that needs to calm down. They're saying that because there's so much of something that someone could well... I mean, me personally, I never used to, but I now take CBD oil, and that helps me relax all of this kind of stuff that comes through. It just helps me calm down, right? So I'm still channeling for people out there that I need to take something to calm me down, because there's some kind of like calms of like sleep, where I can't get no sleep, right? And it's something to do with like I need something to calm me down, because there just seems to be like a lot of like I'm picking up like a lot of this I just can't seem to speak, and I because I don't know why, Gemini, but I'm picking it up. that there's a lot of fast speech, but there's a lot of no speech. It's like no speech, fast speech, no beach, no beach. Like there's no beaches around. There's no beaches, right? Which was Bette Midler, beaches, right? Beaches. Leeches. Also, well, they're saying also leeches. Be careful, Gemini, because there are leeches around. That exactly, moths to a flame. See, leeches. They see what you have. They want it good, right? Good. But as it comes to something that you need to be aware of, because wearing clothes and things like that, there is something around this closet or clothes or something that you need to be aware of. And now I'm going to have to be aware of that because I've actually just moved my whole wardrobe out this room into the spare room. So I've got a studio here now that I'm going to try to convert, right? Because it's something to do with like converting something. But they're also saying something to do with a closet. I don't know why. Like a carpet or wearing clothes or something. I don't know where that's coming from. But because my closet in there now has no doors on it. Like it doesn't have any doors because I haven't put them back on it, right? So there's something to do with like the doors break on through, right? Trust me, that's the tea cloth that's over there that we used to have that was under here but on a different table. Break on through, breaking through something, breaking the bank also. So it depends. If a lot of you are overspending something and like buying like carpets and underlays and beds and closets and clothes, be careful. But they are saying that you are in product of demand of where you might be selling it from the closet, right? So I don't know why that is. Because I'm picking up like patchwork quilts and patching things up and making things up and all that kind of stuff. But they're definitely saying that someone's making some stuff up. Like they're just making it up. It's just that they're not honest. I don't know who that is. They're just making stuff up. And I'm picking it up that it is confusing someone where it's more of a, like, they're just making it up. It's not honest. I don't know why. It's like, well, I just need to make all this up. And I don't know why someone's trying to present themselves as something that is false around you, Gemini. That's why they're saying be careful and beware of false accusations. Because there's something that is going to be accused of like a false accusation, where there's going to be a discussion that it's like false accusations. It's like, that's not true, that's false. Because I'm picking up like a electric, right, and like false positives, like a false positive and a false negative. It's like, well, that's just a false negative. It's like, that's not positive, that's a reactor, that's the tower. That's connecting a battery to a negative in order to have it explode. And so someone is a Gemini that has a Libra moon, okay, or there is someone around that has a Libra moon that they're in conflict with, and it's a false negative. Because it's something to do with like blood works, a condition of something. If that's personal to you, that's personal to you. But what I'm trying to say to you, someone's having conflict with someone that has this false negative. It's like it's just always false and it's always negative. Whatever they're doing, they're not telling the truth. They're not. Guarantee you they're not telling the truth. It's false. That's what they're saying. Faulty Towers, which is, well, it used to be a British TV show, Faulty Towers. Hotel. Okay, so wherever you live, between 1 and 7, whoever you're living with, if you're in conflict with someone, they're telling lies. They're false. Honestly. They're doing something that could well be false. Not saying that you are, I'm saying that if you think that someone is, and you've got this suspicion, right, of like suspicious lies, then suspicious minds, if you're suspicious, then that's a minefield. That's what they're saying. That is a minefield of a nuclear reaction, of an explosion of the tower, to do with like destruction. Someone's on a self-destructive pattern of something where it's false. And you know. That's why it's a show and tell. It's like I'm just waiting for them to tell me and just see it for my own eyes in order to believe it again, that this same thing has happened again. It's a false positive, right? There is something to do with also blood works that they're saying for a lot of people out there, that is to get checked for your blood works if there is any... I think this is really coming for the people that are in a same set or any sexual relationship. If people have been having intercourse with no protection, okay, then to look into blood work, and that might be what you're doing, right? Because they're saying like protection services, child services, all that kind of thing. But they're definitely saying flavour of the month, and someone is like really active. But they're saying also radioactive, which is also a song, radioactive, right? But radioactive. Something to do with that. Oh, okay. I hope that's not someone that is has something on the brain. Yeah. So, I mean, everybody said, please be honest. So everybody's getting honest now. I'm just being straight honest. Somebody could well have cancer or something maybe on the brain that is causing this radioactive flare-up, right? Now, some, that's just a natural behaviour of someone. For some, they physically know that someone could have a tumour on the brain. Possibly. I don't want to frighten people, I really don't. But there is some kind of like, that's if you've gone through medical history and you know that that's possible. But they are saying something to do with like radioactive, that you might need some radiotherapy. Someone could well be going through radiotherapy, right? Also trying to connect through the radio, right? Which is music, which is what happens to me as well. And through films and stuff, it's still part of the social network of like channeling. It's still tweaking your transmission in order to be able to tweak that. So if you want to seek a Skype call, that's what that's for, is to help fine tune your intuition and what's said and how to do it and everything else. We go over processes of triggers, mirrors, how to learn about not being triggered, how to get through those times, how to channel, focus, straight, all that kind of thing, milestones. Okay, so wow, 31 minutes. So they're definitely saying like some kind of like agent, like aging cream or agent, all that kind of thing, right? Secret agent, but they're definitely saying that there's a secret agent. That someone is like really spying on someone, like someone feels like they're just being watched. Like I just feel like I'm being watched every time I do something. This person is tracking my every move. I'm definitely picking up Jack or something, but is like tracking my every move. It feels like someone's on tag. So there could be some kind of like law thing out there, but like I'm on tag because I'm definitely seeing this everywhere I go. I have to report back to someone to tell them where I've gone, where I've been, and that could have something to do with like what do you call it when you come out of prison and then you're on tag, but you have to report back. I mean, I've never been down that road, fortunately, but when you have to go and present yourself to someone to say and sit down and tell them what you've done, if you've got a job, how it's coping out of prison, all that kind of stuff. And you have to go there and visit once a week or month or whatever. Because I'm picking up visitation or something to do with that. Sorry, we've got to stop channeling. So that is your Back to the Future channeled messages. Your future for May, right? So what you believe in is what you believe in. So now what we do is we look in to, we go back to the past, Gemini, with the moment before, okay? So show me what's been happening, what's been happening with Gemini for this reading. So what's been happening is that someone's not there anymore. They're not with you anymore. You could have physically like lost someone. There seems to be a like, well, I just feel pushed out. I feel this is a difficult situation at home, right? Trust me, I go through it every day, right? Someone feels pushed out, right? But this card can be good or bad. It doesn't matter. It feels like someone feels home alone. This is like home alone, like lonely. But it feels like someone's not there. It feels like someone wants back in to this house. They want to come in. Because that's why I picked up on Green Door. That was Shakin' Stevens, right? I want back in. It's like, I want back home. I want to come back home. I want back in. If it isn't, I want to come back home and this person isn't a family member, it feels like that they come knocking at your door. It's like I've been knocking at your door, but I actually really want to come in, but I can't because of the condition of what's been going on. So it's kind of like a favour. It's like someone dropping someone off at the door, but they're not actually coming in the door because they're out in the cold. So it's like, well, you know, we can talk if you want via radio or messenger or something, but again, if you're at the front door, you can't come in, but we might be able to set up a seating area for you where you can sit down and talk to me via a distance. Okay, so there's been a lot of social distancing for a lot of people. Okay, as well, social distancing, a reflection of going over things of what matters truly most, and what matters truly most is someone that's home, right? But they are having conflict with someone at home that wants back into their energy of someone that won't let them back in at home. Sorry, I've just got a Facebook notification suggestion. God. Aries. So someone wants back in to a home, back to an Aries, back to take demand. Supply and demand. I am demanding that I want some kind of answer. I need it because I'm going to have to stand up for my own right now, and you're either here with me or you're not. But it feels like that someone did get kicked out from something because there was someone that was very demanding and wanting to know, why can I not come back? You know, why are we going through this period? It's why? And it's like, oh, well, I've got the answer, and trust me, I stood up and I told you what that was. I'm my own demand. It's like I'm under supply and demand, and I'm busy at work. You know, I'm busy working from home to either one, support my family, or two, I'm just supporting myself. And that I'm having to support customers and people where I'm selling things through the 5, because you're selling it to people that need something or want something. So all these people that have been around you, they want your attention, they need your attention, and if it's money and work, it's good because you're supplying someone that's in need, right? Because it's a bit like children in need, right? It seems to be like there's a child in need, but it's like a child in need, a friend indeed, right? There's another song for you, right? A child in need and something that's better. And all the rest, and know your person better. I can't think of how the lyrics go to that one. It is better. And all the breasts and all the rest, and there you're being clever. Clever, something to do with clever, or Trevor. Some Trevor? Clever Trevor. There's a handyman. There's the handy person round. It's like we're all handy. I can, you see, Gemini, you've got to keep an open mind, but I'm definitely hearing, we're all handy, I can use you for something. I can use you in order to, like, bring my shopping from out of the cold in to the house of where Aries is, but it doesn't matter, of the sign. But it's like, well, I can use you for, like, support. I can use you for, like, mowing my lawn, for fixing my fence and the green doors and putting all this. So I can use you for that. But it feels like someone like wants into a relationship where they're like, oh, I don't want a relationship, but I can use you for like bringing my shopping. This person here can bring shopping. This person, poor person. You see, it's a bit like a pauper or a poor person. But it's like, you know, it's like, because this person could, well, be poor, but they're getting everything their own way. It's like, well, I'm getting everything my way. It's my way or the highway, and what I need is you to bring stuff to me. So I need this evidence. I need you to bring it all to me, because it's all going to Aries, right? So whoever that is, they could have it in their chart, and you might not even know. But it doesn't matter. It's like, okay, well, can you bring all of this shopping to me? Can you bring the Kraken? Can you bring the crackling round? Like the pork and the crackling that's on meat and all that kind of stuff. Right, can we meet up? This is like, can we have meet up? Like, can we meet and greet? Can I just greet you with a meeting? Right, so some of you, this Aries person could be called to a meeting, like urgent, because there's an urgency. Like, I need help urgently, right? I need some support urgently. So if you had a breakup with anybody, someone needed your help urgently, but someone cut that energy off and said, I can't deal with it. Can't deal with it, can't be with you at the time. If you've been in social distancing, someone was like in need of financial help or physical aid of an illness where someone could have gone through a mental health condition, and because they did, someone cut that off because they realised that it wasn't helping them, helping them. So it's like, I can't be a full provided service of helping people. You're going to have to learn to help yourself. And that could have been a condition that someone took back their energy and cut someone off. Okay? Because that could have been cutting someone off financially, cutting someone off altogether. I'm just going to have to cut you out the will. That could have been an argument. I'll cut you out the will. I will cut you out of the family support, and I'll cut you out the circle, and I'll cut you out the group. I will cut you from this group. Yeah, I do. Which is like, the family. I will take you out of the family will. I will take you out of the family. Because something's being taken out on a family member. Like, there's been a lot of demand for someone where things have been taken out on a family member. It has. This person, that's why they stood up and said, you're taking too much. You're taking too much of my time and too much of my energy. And it feels like that someone was taken for granted. Like someone took too long or too much energy. And it's like, you've took everything for granted. So don't take me for granted here. This Aries is saying, don't take me for granted. I do everything that I can, but don't take me for granted. And that was why someone also cut somebody off as well. Because someone felt like they were taken for granted, or an auntie felt like they were taken for granted. Let's see. See, 8, Leo. Leo left. 8 can be a Scorpio, but generally can also be a Leo, right? Doesn't have to be. But they were approaching this in the wrong manner. They were going through a health condition, a serious health condition of mental illness for a certain period. It doesn't have to be constant, but it can be. Someone felt trapped at home, alone, on their own. They needed support. Someone cut them off because they realised for themselves that it wasn't the best approach. That whatever they were doing and whatever they were saying, it wasn't helping the situation by me keep, which is the fine line of love and hate, of need and want, right? If it's been happening for a long time, if there's like, I want support, I need you for something, I want you for something, I need to demand the fact that I need this and I need that and I want that and it's you. There was a lot of blame that started to happen in this because someone got triggered by being alone and they didn't want to be alone. And because they didn't want to be alone, they started overthinking, they started blaming it onto a relationship, and then that could have been that, right? And that could have been a breakup. Now, for some of you, if it wasn't a breakup, it was more of an energy rift tear, that someone just got caught between a rock and a hard place at that time because they were extremely busy trying to do loads of stuff. And they probably realised that there had to be social distancing, And because there was, someone walked into this 8 of Swords, into their own doing. Like, well, I walked straight into that. This is like a wall. I walked straight into a wall, I walked straight into it. So, if you relate to any of those readings that came out through the dark side reading, I'd said in those that you won't even see it coming. Through some of those, that was a Pisces reading. That you won't even see it coming. Okay, this person was aware that it was going to happen, but all of a sudden it wasn't. There's a lot of aware of it, but they wasn't 100% sure that it was going to happen as quick as it did. That's a prediction. If you go back and watch those, all of my predictions have come true. Honestly, they have. Even my own reading, I was shocked. I was shocked. Started happening to me. And I've also given out a personal reading for someone that I've never met, didn't know. I channeled a load of messages and I said that where they were from, okay, the accent that they had, names of people, everything, just channeled it, wrote it down on a piece of paper, done 15 to 20 minutes channel messages, and that was all true. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm telling people that one. But again, let's see. Because it feels like that. I don't know why I have to tell you. It's like, you know, it's not a show and tell. Why do I have to keep showing you and telling you? Virgo energy. Yeah, Virgo. You see, they went into social seclusion and inclusion of like a mind trap of depression. This is a mind trap, a minefield of depression that someone was bringing to whoever. They were bringing it to this person, where it was draining their energy. They couldn't cope. There was too much dark energy around them at the time where someone just couldn't cope. They couldn't. Because someone that has depression, right, they can show themselves one way, but then when you're living with that person, they can present themselves in a complete different manner. There can be a lot of up and down depressive energy that someone gives off, that they're like full of energy, but then all of a sudden really they're not. This can be a lot of controlling stuff, you know, because this is like, I need an answer, I want an answer, and I need an answer now. I need help, I need support, I need you, I want you, I need you, right? But someone was like, I physically can't, I can't be with you, you know. And that's what puts someone in this trap. So it feels that everybody here was looking for answers from an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, doesn't matter, but they were looking for an answer. Now, whatever that answer is going to be different for all of you. Let's see what happens. Because you can relate this to the last couple of weeks, because I didn't do the reading for the last half of April, right? I knew the Queen. That's why I said cut some. What did I say? Cutting something. I forget what the word it was, but I said something, and I straight away I thought of the Queen of Swords. Here, people are went in their own direction. This is someone that can just flip the script really badly from a low vibration. They can act from a low vibration, think something, overthink it, and act on it. Right? So, see, this person wanted victory. They wanted help. They needed support. But it's like, I can't. I've got it. Whatever energy. I've got to cut that off. I can't cope. I physically cannot cope. So I've got to cut that off, because the energy wasn't helping anybody by the way you were talking or communicating, because your energy doesn't match. It's a mixed matched energy of parents, can be, but it's still affecting your soul group lesson of your relationship if you're in one. Like in one, out of one, in one, out of one. There's a lot of conditions of someone's mental health, okay? And it seems to be a recurring pattern for someone out there of why they cut everything off. Because they're like, I'll do this alone. I will be alone and I will go it alone. This Five of Pentacles can be a good energy. It can. Because someone, like, you know, if everybody keeps on at me, everybody's out. Like, you're out, you're out, you're out, you're out, you're out. I'll do it on my own. I'll do it on my own. Five can have a lot of strength and power to succeed, right? So they put people out in the cold as well, you know. So someone got put out in the cold and left out to deal with something by themselves because it got too much for somebody to cope with. Where they're like, well, you can't make up your mind. You can't. I've got no idea what you want from me. So I'm just going to cut everybody out and go it alone and do things my way. So you go your way, I'll go my way, and you sort it out. And if you do sort it out, then possibly come back and talk. But, well, we'll see. But through what's happened, someone couldn't cope with the amount of demand that was being asked of them to do things, so they cut it off. You know. So that's your back to the future. So your future was the channel messages. Your back to that was that were things just went back to the way they were, and that things that wasn't changing, and they just went back to normal. And it's like, well, everything just went back to normal. Everything happened, recurring pattern of the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, well, we've just been running over the same old ground. We're two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl. We're just running over the same ground, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it just seems to keep happening and happening and happening. So to stop that happening, I had to cut it off and say no, you know, which is good. It's good in a way because everybody learns. Everybody hurts. Trust me, the only way you ever get to learn something is by actually feeling it, which is pain, right? Trust me, you'll learn more about pain and about boundaries than what you do with good feelings. When you have a good feeling, you can do anything, you know. But when you have a bad feeling, trust me, you will learn. You will. And that's how you get to know people, getting to know you, which is cutting them off. You know, cutting them off at the knees when they start to, when there's an energy of someone's taking it, you cut them off at the knees. Here. But I think you both cut each other off. You know, whatever you were doing and saying at that time, talking, feeling, I think you both cut each other off on the phone or whatever. It's kind of like, I don't know, down, don't want to know, done, no, you're out. I need to gather my thoughts, gather my bearings. I can't take it. You're out. Just do it by yourself. If you start talking to your person, it's probably because they've started to gather their bearings more of something of a depression, of clinical depression. This is someone is clinically depressed, honestly. Okay, so I'm sorry, Gemini, but I am going to be straight up with no chaser now with these readings. So that was your past, okay? Your future was the channel readings. This was the past, and now we go into the future for your May reading. Please make sure you hit the bell, like, share, and subscribe, okay? And then after these readings, we go into the dark side reading, you versus them, and we look at the ego clash and the battle of what could be coming up for you in the future for May. But this reading, as well as every other, goes straight to Patron for $5. Literally, you can watch every reading I put out. It just all goes over to one tier, okay? 2 tiers, if you are interested in 2 tiers, they just go right back to 2017, I think, or 2018. And you can watch all of the past videos, but that's if you want those. If you don't, all of these and what has been for the last month or two goes straight to the $5 readings over on Patreon. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below. If you like the music and all that kind of stuff, you can find that over on Lucid Dream Tarot Music or Instagram or anything. All of the links are literally below, guys. And like I said, what we're going to do is do more cards. Well, not here. Take these off and do your May reading and then clarify everything and look into your future predictions for May. Okay? So I'll hopefully see you over on Patreon, guys. Thanks very much, Gemini. Catch you again soon.